I guess you may have heard the story of Buddha, who was kept by his father in a bubble of luxury, non-reality, and extreme material wealth. And the Buddha became frustrated. So eventually, because he was unhappy, he went out of the castle and experienced a different side of life. But he also experienced the other extreme. He experienced people with sickness and poverty and mental illness and, a very unhappy side of life. And then went away, supposedly for 40 days or something like that, although I'm not quite sure how he did that because it's quite hard to sit for 40 days, to reflect on this. And his conclusions were that perhaps the reality of life is somewhere in the middle, and that's where we will find contentment, where there'll be positive experiences, there'll be good, there'll be gains, there'll be successes, and there will be failure, and there will be pain, guaranteed. And I'm not saying those words to be pessimistic to you. I'm saying those words actually from a positive place, that once we embrace that there will be failure and pain as well as success and gain, then I think we're being more realistic about this journey called life that we are all on. And the level of richness of learning, particularly actually in some of those painful experiences that we come through, can often be so much greater than if life is just good and jolly and fine and, often quite superficially happy. And one more thing on this, the pursuit of this feeling of happiness is, in my opinion, a wasted pursuit. Because what happens is that puts pressure on ourselves. And when we inevitably do experience pain because a loved one gets sick, we have a bad day at work, we lose our job, the stock market doesn't do what we hoped it would do, we try to escape back to that feeling of happiness through temporary and superficial means, often addictions or things that seemingly take us to our happy state, but it's false and it's not real, it's temporary and often unhealthy. So much more realistic and healthy, I believe, is to pursue a life of, life is okay. It's not always going to be super happy and it's not always going to be super bad, and there is good in both. And live a life from that place of balance. So I'm off to embrace life, both the good, the successes, the gains, as well as the failures, the challenges, and those uncomfortable moments, because there is richness and growth and reality as a human in all of those experiences. How about you?